Hi everyone, today we're going to take a look at the Cube 3 from Cherry Mobile, and this is part of their Cubix range, which is an exclusive to Lazada. Now this phone sells for 4,999 peso, and let's take a look at the specs. You can see it's running Android 5.1, which is Lollipop. It's got a 5.5 inch IPS display, 16 gig of memory and 2 gig of RAM, and it is expandable with a micro SD card. As for the cameras, we've got a 16 megapixel on the back, 8 megapixel on the front. Wi-Fi is BG and M, which is pretty much standard. And as for the CPU, we've got a 1.3 GHz octa-core, which is 64 bits, and it does support 4G as well as 3G, so we do have LTE support. Now unfortunately it's only available in one colour right now, which is rose gold, which you'll know from the iPhone series. But when I watched a video with Technoclast opening this earlier today, it pretty much looked pink, and I'll link his video in at the end of this, but I'm expecting to see a very pink phone. So let's open this up and take a look. Okay, yeah, that is very pink. Not only is it pink, but it's got this really weird look to it. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Let's take off this screen protector. Okay, I mean, aside from the fact that it's pink and it's got this weird pattern, it actually feels okay and it looks okay. Yeah, doesn't look too bad. Let's see what else you get in the box. Now this is only a unboxing, this isn't a full review. I'll use the phone for a while first and then do a full review later. Okay, so we've got a micro USB cable. This actually feels like an okay quality cable. We've got a basic USB charger. It's only rated at 1 amp, so it's not going to charge extremely fast. We've got some earphones here, which are kind of hanging out of the packaging. Yeah, these feel really cheap. These feel like the 50 peso headphones you get from CDR King. Yeah, these don't feel nice at all. And then an instruction booklet, which we probably don't have any interest in. Okay, so let's put all this stuff back in the box and just look at the phone. Now on Lazada it says that the battery is removable and replaceable, but if you take off this back cover, you'll see that it says here, do not remove, non-removable battery. So Lazada have their specs wrong there. But you can see it is dual SIM and it does have a slot for micro SD. Otherwise there's not really anything you can access back here. Hopefully they sell a replacement for this, because that is just so ugly. The color is ugly and the texture is really ugly. It looks cheap and it looks very pink. It might be okay for girls, but even so I think they wouldn't be too happy about this cheap looking pattern. Okay, let's turn the phone on. So the phone is on now, and the first thing you notice is this really fat bezel at the bottom. Look at that, and there's also one at the top. So the screen only goes from there to there, and then you've got this weird black bezel. And it's not touch sensitive or anything like that, it's just a bezel. So I don't understand why it's like that. It looks quite bad. When the phone is turned off, it all blends and it looks quite nice. It looks like it's a really large screen. But when you turn it on, you realize there's a big fat black bezel at the bottom. Why is that there? I don't understand. And a smaller one at the top, which isn't so bad, but why have we got this big strip at the bottom that just doesn't do anything? Now the phone does feel pretty snappy when you're opening things up and moving around, but the weird thing is this bezel here, because naturally when you open something up on an Android phone, the back button is the bottom right, but because you've got this big pink piece of bezel here, then this black strip here, you have to go about ½ an inch up. So it's kind of weird. It would take some getting used to instead of pressing down here to go back, you've got to press up here. I really don't understand why they've done that. I think this is probably a major screw up. I wouldn't, if I saw this phone in a shop, I wouldn't buy this just because of that. Even if I haven't tested the cameras, the CPU and everything else, I wouldn't buy it, because you've got about ½ an inch wasted at the bottom and it doesn't do anything. You know, it's not click sensitive. You still have to press on the screen itself to get the back button and the context and the home button. So yeah, I know I'm kind of dragging on a bit about that, but that's really weird. Let's see if we can play a YouTube video just to get an idea of how fast this phone is. Okay, seems pretty responsive. definitely pretty fast to load, pretty fast to adjust the screen. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty impressive. It seems okay. No complaints there, actually. I'm curious about the cameras though. Let's see how they look. Okay. Now, of course, you're going to get better images if you're outdoors in sunlight. Doesn't seem too bad. Oops, I'm putting my finger over the camera there. Okay, yeah, doesn't seem too bad. Oh, it's a little bit laggy when you actually take the picture. Yeah, not so impressed with that. It's a little bit slow to take a picture. Oh, that was weird. Yeah, it's okay. It's not great. It's okay. So this was just a short video because this is only an unboxing, it's not a full review. I will say that I like the general shape of it, I like how thin it is, the weight in the hand, pretty much okay. But I don't like this massive bar at the bottom, I don't like the colour of it, I don't like the cheap looking plastic. So yeah, there are some things I like, some things I don't like. And so far it seems quite snappy, loading apps, playing YouTube. You know, I've only tested it for 2 minutes, but it seems quite snappy. But I just can't get over this bar at the bottom, this huge wasted space. I don't understand it. I keep going to press the back button down here, and of course it's not there because it's all the way up here. It's kind of strange. Anyway, we'll see what happens in the full review. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you're interested in seeing the Technoclast unboxing of this phone, click here now.